Hi everyone. So as I mentioned before, in 2000, what is it now over here? 25. Euphoria 1 is up to date. So this video will represent Euphoria. What I'd like to mention first is what Euphoria is all about. Euphoria is merely representing a feeling, in this regard a good feeling, what you already got, as well as it will only get better. Now, when you're experiencing that process, that's what we would call a euphoric experience. What euphoric experiences are for? Euphoric experiences are merely for you to feel better and better and better, and when you have that experience, then you simply initiate it. Your brain's cellular structure, as well as the rest of your body's cellular structure, to be more and more and more energized. Now, this amazing experience, what we all love, of course, everybody wants to feel better and better and better, even if you already feel good. And let's say someone isn't really experiencing feelings which are not humane, which means also means that are not good, then especially then, you all want to get to the next step that we actually at least feel somewhat good, then we could feel better and better and better. Why not? Just remember that your blood pH balance is at least 7.365. That means 7 heaven 365 every day. Again, I got some serious bug nature attacks because I'm speaking the truth, so I have to blow my nose 1 second. Some people can just simply blow COVID out of the system from the bugs, and then of course the other bugs would come around and try something else. I'm not gonna go into those details right now because even when I got cyanide poisoned, I knew it deep inside that I just wanted to feel good. Just a sec. So, back to Euphoria. Euphoria, when it comes to Euphoria, again, it's somewhere in between the way you should be, as well as heaven's net. After that, we will go to heaven's love. Heaven's love will represent the peak of euphoric experiences. That means that you are on the peak, you're remaining on the peak, you are good as new. If you're able to stay that way, that means your blood pH balance, including your cellular pH balances, are at least 8. I mean, that's a different story because, again, now we are talking about the peak of euphoric experiences when you're constantly able to stay in that, which will come with heaven's love, non-stop, which you are actually, naturally, as every human being, you are a product of heaven's love. That's why we are striving to euphoric experiences through something or someone, or maybe to help of something or someone, which is completely natural. Why wouldn't you want to feel euphoric when you are from euphoric experiences? It is, in one way or another. And that's the bottom line. That's what I'm trying to get to. Because right now, at this stage, we are already feeling good. Somehow we got here. And believe it or not, but the way we actually will ever get to feel good, in one way or another, or more or less, but we will get to feel good. Because we've been produced by two people who were somehow were feeling good at the point when you were produced. Even Dr. Manhattan, who I got to meet in a human formation already before and after the events, even Dr. Manhattan would agree with this. His stories that he got atomized and he, from being a human scientist, a physicist, and he became atomized and became energy pretty much. And of course, he gained the human physiology again. Nothing better than that. So when you feel euphoric, that means you do feel energetically, physical as well as psychologically uplifted, blissful, pleasantful, amazing, incredible. You are like completely harmless, just bright. The stars are sparkling. The stars are yourselves. In your mind, through your mind, in your brain, and through all the rest of your cellular structures too afterwards. So, euphoric experiences are belonging to every living being. You look around, you will see happy beings in every different kinds and types around you, even from the smallest mosquitoes to the biggest giants. No matter which kind or type they may belong to, you will see it. And trust me, once any living being at least will get to the point where they start feeling good, that means they're already feeling good, they will be completely harmless. There will be no harm's way coming to them. It's not possible. You feel good. You just feel good because you're not harming anything, simply because you believe nothing is harming you. Of course, there are scenarios and there are events when this or that happens and you still feel good, but now we are talking about you, here and now. Mind over matter. Mind over matter. In your mind, to your brain powers, at least you are already feeling good. Now, why do you think I wear these protections? To actually at least be able to feel good in these environmental conditions that I'm living in, which for me are absolutely not suitable, but hey, this is the world we are living in, and I became so sensitive, which is normal. There is a good European proverb, ancient European sage. It says, the good wine with time will only get better. That's what happened to me. I can't help it. I'm a European Canadian. Just look at any real Canadian who are actually feeling like free as well as strong. Just look at any Europeans who are actually feeling blissful, pleasant, blessed. At least momentarily. That's what European means. You combine the two, what are you gonna get? No matter which continent you're going to, every continent has a euphoric experience, a euphoric way of wanting to be, or at least feeling good. it in a certain differently, so in a certain different ways, in certain different styles. But we all do. In Latin America, they may, play Latin music. By the way, automatically, they will feel good. In Asia, anywhere in Asia, depending on which part you are, India or China or Russia, doesn't really matter. I mean, biggest part of Russia is in Asia. I mean, it is just an example. If culture-wise, according to the style, what will remind your genealogical system, if you are from there, or if you were born there. Like if I'm in Hungary, somebody will start playing Hungarian folk music in front of me or dance to it. It's gonna put a smile on my face. I can't help it. You go to Asia, you go to Africa, same thing. In Africa, somebody starts drumming. In China or Japan, is somebody start doing what they actually got used to. Feel like, or through something what they already used to feel like feeling good. You will feel good. Now, that's the basic. Feeling good, just like Dr. W. Wayne Dyer once mentioned, one of my most favorite philosophers in recent times. Feeling good is belonging to your natural, how about your natural nature. The only reason why babies may cry after they come out from the womb to the vagina, let's be honest, that's what happened. Nobody can deny that. And we all born naked. So what's up with it? You're natural. Naked, you're natural. All this clothing, you know what is this? It's protection from the environmental conditions. But otherwise, you know why they cry? Because of the surprising effects of the air. They were never breathing air like the babies who were newborns before. In the mother's womb, we don't breathe air. We got the air supply to the mother in our bloodstream. Ask any doctor if you don't believe me, but I cannot really tell you I'm a professor. Trust me, and this and that. I cannot really do that anymore. It really would mean nothing more rather than what I actually be able to prove to you. And those people who consider me a doctor, a professor, well, that's just a label. Let me consider you this way. Let me consider that fact in this way. Everybody's a doctor. Everybody's a professor in some way or another. Every human around us has that natural good as well as euphoric ability, talent, nature. In some way, somehow, somewhere, and sometimes, which may others don't at the moment, but someone else do, and that's all anybody else would might need. One person, 1,000 people, billions, does not really matter. We are living in human reality. It's a quantumized reality. We don't go by the numbers, we go by quality. Okay? So, heart-liftedness, remaining that way, called a euphoric experience. Euphoric experiences could appear in your life in any ways which are suitable to you. You might see a happy dog, you feel blissful. You might see, like I saw a couple of days ago, young geese, not baby geese, but young geese with goose, Canadian goose. I saw 2 couples of Canadian goose, 2 actual families of Canadian goose or geese with young ones. I looked at him, I couldn't wipe the smile off my face. I saw two beautiful Canadian families. They are Canadian, more than any other animals. Everybody knows that. Maybe there is a beaver, yes, it's Canadian too, but hey, when it comes to the Canadian geese or goose, when it comes to the young ones following the parents. So I looked at him, and after a couple of seconds I saw they were dividing. So I saw two parents with many, many young, not baby geese, but like young ones. They were super beautiful, super awesome, super cute. They have color like this, a little bit grayish, like kind of like this kind of grayish color. Very cute. And if you really want to follow up on this, I feel good every time I see a family. So what happens is, what happened at that time when I see these Canadian animals, after a couple of seconds I saw them dividing. I saw two parents, like one parent, like one couple, one male, one female, going to the left, another male as well as a female going to the right. All of a sudden the children were also splitting up. I don't know how many were there, I don't want to say any numbers right now. Let's say 8 of them, and then 4 went this way, 4 went another way. Following the parent, going into the lake, right where I live. And even though they spread poo everywhere on the property, I cannot still have a hard feeling to them. Even though I know that any poo, especially animal poo, when it gets oxidized, it becomes a virus, natural pollution. If you sprinkle some water on it, it becomes a fly in a matter of hours or days maximum. Depends on how much sunlight we reach to. But again, it's a certain type of quality of nature when it comes to the P or the T nature. So P again is the first alien carrying nature. That's the P. Like octopus. Octopus is only an alkalized P nature, alien nature, and the T is like the bacteria alien nature, like the hunter nature, which is hunting the P2, only to dominate. Now, okay, back to euphoric experiences. Believe it or not, they also have that. Even the P or the T natured, or let's put it in one group, alien nature carriers, they also do have their own euphoric experiences too. And when they have that, they will not harm you. Not at all. In the bus over here, I took a bus to where I am now, pretty much. There was a mosquito on the window. Wanted to get out of the bus. Kept trying. It was a big window, eh? Closed window. Next to the window, there was an opening. There was a door. But the mosquito didn't know. I looked at the mosquito, thought to myself, I got a big forehead, like almost like a dolphin. And I thought to myself, to the mosquito in Hungarian, you wanna get out, eh? The mosquito looked at me, little mosquito, about this big. Did like this. I'm like, that's not the way out. The mosquito still looked at me, didn't know what I'm talking about, and I asked the mosquito in Hungarian, do you know how to get out of here? Mosquito didn't know. This is what happened next. I reached to the mosquito. I told the mosquito in Hungarian that I will happy to get out of here. The mosquito stayed put on the window. I reached to the mosquito. I'm talking to the mosquito. I'm talking to the vampire nature. A first air and nature carrying pollution, energized pollution right now. But that mosquito had a euphoric experience by looking at the window, and then after he realized that he got lost, he wanted to get out. I reached to the mosquito. I gently held the legs of the mosquito. I put it around the divider between the window and the door. The bus stopped around the same moment, the same time. The door opened. I let the mosquito go, and the mosquito flew out without hurting me. That was a happy mosquito. So every living being is technically a loving being. Loving means living. You cannot really live without love. Love is the energy of life. And now we are at Euphoria, part number 1. Love is life, because the energy of life is love. Now the question is, how can we really tune into? Because that's what it takes, is to tune into different natures. Love, which is technically life, which is technically the same thing what we got. Without love, we don't feel alive. We are humans. Yes, we are top of the food chain. That does not mean we can eat all of them or any of it. That doesn't mean that. Or they can eat us because we are so good. And of course, that doesn't mean that. It means the opposite. It means that we meant to have the intelligence, the human life supportive intelligence to realize the fact that there is life, there is love. There is love, there is life. This is it for now, for the first part. I gotta get home. It's getting dark. I'm not afraid of dark or anything like that, but we got a house rule. I have to get back to my place by 10 for a good reason. I'm living in a community, very beautiful, amazing community, including where I'm living, including this where I'm right now. Thanks God, I'm in Canada, on Vancouver Island. God knows how much I love this place. It really does. I wish everyone the most beautiful, loving, living experience where you can have momentarily. Maybe, from time to time, something is blocking us or diverting us or what would I say? Really not helping us to have that. But again, that's not you. That's not us. As a human, I speak to you right now as a human because that's the best I can do. As a human, I'm a human, just like you are. No matter what may go through me, through me or through you, no matter what, we are human. As a human, this is what I can tell you for sure. Even if from time to time we may think like, okay, now I don't feel good, and I know I want to feel good just to feel euphoric again, just to be able to get that base, that very baseline that I can gradually, or even I can jump to feel even better. It doesn't really matter which style we choose. I think we should choose the style we can, which is at that moment the best. Sometimes we jump for joy. Sometimes we gradually tuning into the good human spiritual experience, which is only making you feel you, which is only making us feel better, 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 and better, and better, and better. And when you reach the top, when you reach heaven's net, now our spirit is flying, flying high. That's what it's belonging to. I love you. Maybe some people already a little bit annoyed about this, but I don't want to annoy you. I am living in Lumeria, which is the continent next to America to the west. It's under the ocean, but hey, there are islands, and Vancouver Island is already in Lumeria. So I will have to say what they say on one of the peaks of Lumeria. I have to say that to you because I want to. But every time I have it in my mind, especially here, but even if I will ever go back to Hungary again, or even if I will go any other continent, I will still always remember this because in Hawaii, when someone said aloha, I had the feeling which I can only describe as godlike, which I can only describe as angelic, which I can only describe as a human spiritual experience. The very basic human spiritual experience, or human spiritual experience, was that I am, as well as I will, feel good.